We have a grocery store type sweet potato, a red Garnet, a Purple Molokai, and a Okinawan Purple. I'll just cut around this bag now and drag it out and we'll check it out. Right behind me is the grow bag, and the first thing I noticed when I drug it out is we have some sweet potatoes under the grow bag. And that's the way it works. Roots will go down into the ground, they'll form potatoes, and then of course everywhere where they root outside the grow bag along the ground, they'll make potatoes out there too. So we have a lot of harvesting to do on those. But to me this looks probably like a red Garnet, and this looks like a Purple Molokai. Well, I think it is, yeah. Looks like it. So I'm going to dig around in here and we'll just see what we have. Hopefully I can do this without getting in the way of the camera too much. I doubt we'll have a whole lot in here, but it might be interesting to see what we have. Well, that's pretty soft dirt. Okay, there's a little red Garnet. We got some more roots here. I'm not sure if they've got any more potatoes on the end of them. Let's see what this little Purple Molokai is. That was just a root starting to form, that's all that is. But that just goes to show you, once they get out of the grow bag and start to run around your garden, they'll form more potatoes outside the grow bag. It looks like all we had, just that little red Garnet, but that's a nice one. Not big, but it'll do. Alright, I got it on the tarp now, but it still needs to be trimmed up a lot more, so I'll do that and we'll come right back. On this one, the Okinawan Purple, I started from potato instead of using a slip, just as an experiment. Don't know how that's going to work, but you can see the original potato. It was under the ground, but somehow it got pushed out. Then you can tell this one is the Purple Molokai here. Then we have the red Garnet over here. Started it from, I just stuck in a half a potato. And I can see a little red Garnet right there still attached. So we got at least one there. And then over on this side I had a grocery store type sweet potato, just a small one. I don't even see any trace of that, so I'm not sure how that worked, but we'll see what happens when we dump it out. But I think the Purple Molokai was the only one started from slip. We'll see what we got now. Let's just get that Okinawan Purple out of the way. That's the original potato I stuck in there. Get it out of here. Well, looks like I waited too long because I see one split already. We got a couple of tiny sweet potatoes in the bag. There's a little one that's actually trying to come out of the bag or something. Not sure. It's kind of caught in. There it is. But these bags hold up really well, in case you've never seen them or used one. I've had these several years and they're still holding up. You know, I can lift the whole weight of it with the handle still. Okay, let's dig into this and see what we got. There's some more red Garnets, I think. Small ones. I think that's a grocery store type, maybe. Some small ones down here. Well, that's a big one. Oh, that's one of the Purple Molokais. It's a pretty good size potato. This is down, we're looking down at the bottom now. There might be some, there's a red Garnet. pretty potato. Well, that's a nice red garnet there. I'm not sure what that one is. That's a Purple Molokai. I haven't seen any of the Okinawan Purple yet. Another red garnet. Another red garnet over here. That looks like the grocery store type. Another red garnet. No, that's a Purple Molokai. And that one is split. I think I probably should have harvested these several weeks ago, maybe even a month, but looks like we had a couple that are split, and that's what happens if you keep them too long. Here's a red garnet, I believe. Oh, there's an Okinawan Purple. Oh, that's a big one, and it's starting to split. That's a good size Okinawan Purple. Got some more small ones up the top. Not sure which those are yet. We'll look at them, determine that in a little bit. Oh, there's another one. I don't know if you can see that too well, but we'll take a closer look later. That one is split. You can also, there's a Okinawan Purple that's no good. What you can do is not water them as much. Look at that. That's terrible. I probably overwatered too late in the season, but you know, that's what it takes to learn sometimes. There's more small red garnets. I'm getting up to the top of the bag now. There's a little Molokai Purple. Feel some. There's another red garnet. Another red garnet. That seems to be a pretty productive little potato. There's the Okinawan Purple slip, and it's got a little bitty potato on it. I'm sorry, not Okinawan Purple, but the Molokai Purple. It's hard to keep them all, track of them all. There's a red garnet. That's a nice one. Small red garnet. I don't think there's any more on there. Well, a little bitty one. Some of these real small ones like that, I'll try to keep over the winter to use instead of starting with slips. Just a little small potato. It's pretty much the same as starting with a slip. You just get it to sprout and stick it in the ground. There's another one. Okay, I'll dig through here a little bit more, and then we'll come back and take a closer look at these. And we have a ton more in the ground, so I'll be having some more harvest after this. I'm anticipating a very good harvest out of the ones we have planted next to the straw bales, so I'll be sure of that when I get those done. I might even do some of those today, I'm not sure. I would say overall that this was a pretty good sweet potato harvest. Some of them were decent sized. And if you notice, some of these have darker skin, and that's because some of them are Purple Molokai and they have a deep purple color, which makes them look dark. And then some of these also have on their skin and what's called scurf, and it's caused by a fungus, and it doesn't affect the edibility. They're still edible, they just don't look as good. Fortunately, scurf only affects sweet potatoes and their cousin morning glories, so it's not anything you have to worry about bothering any of the rest of your crops. Scurf also only affects the skin of the sweet potato and not the inner part. Before you go, let us know what kind of sweet potatoes that you like to grow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'll see you next time.